Did you know that immediately after the events of the Maze Runner, Thomas, alongside the surviving Gladys, Minho, Newt, Teresa, Frypan, and others, find themselves transported from the maze by mysterious rescuers? The group is taken to a high-security facility, where they meet Mr. Jansen, referred to as Rat Man, who assures them they are finally safe from WCKD's experiments and the dangers of the flare virus that plagues the world. The atmosphere within the facility initially offers relief to the Gladys. They are provided food, shelter, and medical attention. The facility is filled with other young survivors from different mazes, implying that the maze trials were just one of many similar experiments carried out by WCKD. This revelation leaves Thomas and his companions uneasy, though they are exhausted from the ordeals they've already faced. As days pass, Thomas begins to notice strange occurrences and feels increasingly distrustful of the facility and its staff. Several survivors, including those who escaped from other mazes, display signs of illness or odd behavior. Some exhibit signs of the flare infection, which is supposed to be impossible within the safety of the facility. Additionally, while the other Gladys seem somewhat comforted by their new environment, Thomas grows suspicious and has troubling nightmares involving his time in the maze, as well as fragmented memories of his connection to WCKD. During one of his restless nights, Thomas sneaks through the facility and uncovers a shocking truth: WCKD is still monitoring them and conducting experiments. Thomas realizes that Mr. Jansen and the other staff members are working for WCKD and are using the survivors as test subjects in their continued search for a cure for the flare. The virus, which ravaged the world outside, turns infected individuals into cranks, violent, zombie-like beings. Thomas rushes to alert his friends. With his warnings, they begin to plan an escape from the facility, realizing that staying means being further manipulated by WCKD. The urgency intensifies when they discover that Teresa has been separated from the group, raising their suspicions that she may be involved in something secret or even dangerous. Brenda and Jorge reveal more details about the world outside the facility, giving Thomas and the others a greater understanding of the true scale of the catastrophe caused by the flare. They explain that the virus devastated global populations and transformed once thriving cities into ghost towns filled with the infected. However, rumors persist about a resistance group known as the Right Arm, a network of people who are fighting against WCKD's tyranny. Thomas becomes determined to find the Right Arm, believing they might offer protection and possibly an end to WCKD's experiments. Along the way, as they journey further into the ruined cities, Brenda and Thomas form a close bond, as both struggle with the trauma of their pasts. Brenda reveals painful details about her experience surviving in the Scorch, including the loss of loved ones to the virus, and Thomas shares his uncertainties about his role in WCKD's past experiments. This deepens Thomas's resolve to fight against WCKD and find a way to stop their dangerous practices. As they push on through the unforgiving environment, the group encounters numerous obstacles, including deadly traps set in the remnants of collapsed buildings, violent storms, and attacks from bands of scavengers who prey on survivors. The brutal heat and lack of water make every step a challenge, and the constant tension of being hunted by WCKD forces them to move quickly and stay alert at all times. Despite these challenges, the group begins to hear whispers of the Right Arm's existence. It's said that this group operates in the farthest reaches of the Scorch, offering a glimmer of hope for anyone brave enough to find them. For Thomas and the Gladys, this becomes their only viable option for survival, and they continue to push forward, despite their exhaustion, injuries, and the ever-present threat of the infected. Throughout their journey, Thomas is plagued by fragmented memories of his time working with WCKD before entering the maze. These memories raise even more questions about his past and about Teresa, whose motives have become unclear since her separation from the group. Though his memories remain elusive, Thomas begins to sense that he may have played a larger role in WCKD's operations than he initially thought, adding another layer of complexity to his feelings of guilt and responsibility. As the group draws closer to their destination, the journey through the Scorch reveals not only the physical dangers of this new world but also the emotional toll that the flare and WCKD's manipulations have taken on them.